let's try number 23b. We have the graph of y equals 1/2 x minus 2, and we're trying to find the value of k so that the total area turns out to equal 10. So from earlier parts of this problem, we could figure out that this first triangle here that exists under the x-axis has an area of 4, and since it's below the x-axis, we're going to say that that area counts as -4. If we couple that with the desire to have an area of 10, then that means the other part of the triangle that we have yet to figure out, this part out here, that part must total out to be 14 because 10 and -4 is going to make 14. So really what we need is we need this triangle out here to have an area of 14. So 1/2 the base times the height has to equal 14. Sounds easy enough, except we don't know the base and we don't know the height. How can we figure that out? Well, we're essentially seeking an x value out here where we should stop this area region. So how do we know how big to make that? Well, this x value measures all the way back to the y-axis. That's what every x value does. That's more than the base of the triangle that I'm trying to solve for. It's exactly 4 more than the base of that triangle. So when I come over here, I could call the base x minus 4. I also still have the 1/2 that's part of that area formula as well. Now I just have to work on the height. How am I going to figure out what the height of the triangle will be? Well, this dimension of the triangle is basically the y value. The y value I also know to be the same thing as the function itself, 1/2 x minus 2. So I could just put that in as my height. 1/2 x minus 2. Now I have a full equation that only has one variable in it, and if I have a full equation with one variable, I should be able to solve it. But I also see something clever that's going to happen here when we go to solve this. I could take this 1/2 and distribute into the first set of parentheses, and that'll give me 1/2 x minus 2 combined with the other 1/2 x minus 2. So I have a quantity squared now that equals 14. So to continue on further, what I could do is I could take the square root of both sides. So 1/2 x minus 2 is going to equal plus or minus the square root of 14. If we continue to solve here, we would have 1/2 x equals 2 plus minus the square root of 14. Let's see, so we double both sides. So I've got two potential answers, 4 plus or minus 2 root 14. How do I continue on any further than that? A little bit of common sense here tells me that x should be a positive value. Plus, that's really the only thing that's going to kind of make sense here. So I'm just going to use logic to say that x equals 4 plus 2 times the square root of 14. That's my final answer.